Happy Friday, you guys. Happy January 1st. First day of the year, the first day I am 30 minutes late. The first for a lot of different things. I am so excited to be here. Tonight is Truth Night. So I am very excited, but I'm also very nervous as well. And I'll tell you why in a second. But I want to congratulate everybody who is here and who has actually made it to 2021. That is a huge accomplishment in itself. So thank you guys for, riding with me this long. It has been about 6 months since we started our Friday Night Lives, our date nights. So one of my clients actually gave me this great idea of how to tell you guys the truth about something about me. And because I call Friday nights our date nights, so this is actually, intimate time for us to talk about business and all things amazingness, and for me to love on you and for me to be proud of you and help you celebrate. Hi, Khadijah. She is so loyal. She texts me. She's like, why are you not on live? It's 8 p.m. Why are you still trying to figure out which wig you're going to put on? And I had to tell her, I'm pulling into the neighborhood. Hi, Terrence. Happy New Year. And then I don't know who this is, but happy Friday. Happy New Year to you too. So Friday night is our date night. And I haven't been lying to you guys, but I've been keeping something from you. So he goes, you're a genius. He's so funny. I've been keeping something from you. And I realized recently, actually, when I was on Clubhouse, you guys, if you're not on Clubhouse, get on Clubhouse. Somebody was talking about, who they are and how they got there. Hi, Brooke. Thank you. I love it too. I pulled her out and shook her out. So, thank you. So happy you're here and Happy New Year. I missed you so much. So I realized that I was lying by omission to you. And I want to apologize. And I really, really want to come clean. So, and I'm just going to warn you, I might cry, but I'm going to get through it. And we're going to get through it together. Oh, it's Kia. Hi, Kia. Okay, so here's the truth. All of this, all of the fabulousness, all of the branding, all of the colors and everything like that actually was created and came about within the last 3 years. That's not who I was. That's not how I was when I first started this journey. I tell the story of how I actually came up with the idea of my business and how I ran away to New Orleans for a weekend, and I ran away from my kids and from my husband, and I wrote up my business plan in a weekend. But what I don't say about that story is that I was very depressed at that moment. I was very not a happy, bubbly, cheery person that I am now. This is actually who I am. In that space where I was, not only was I running away from my kids and from my husband, I was also running away from having to answer to other people and not really knowing what to do. And I needed to clear my mind. So let me back up a couple of years prior to that. So I have been in a managerial or supervisor role for at least the last 12 years of my life. And I have seen the good, bad, and the ugly from higher ups and CEOs and VPs and from managers and, from coworkers, the backbiting and the cattiness. Okay, great. So that's what I was thinking when I finally decided to have my own business. A lot of people come to me now and they ask me questions about their business, about how to start, about how to, market themselves, about how to grow their brand, how to attract audiences. And honestly, I can say, and I tell them all the time to just be honest and be authentic and be yourself. And this is me doing this now for you. I am being my authentic self. So it wasn't too long ago, y'all, I was extremely lost and I was very broken. I was very sad. It made me feel better to help build other people's businesses and make them millions of dollars because I didn't have to focus on myself and on my family. I went as far as hiring an in-house nanny to watch my kids. So the teachers during the day were watching my kids and keeping them. And then at home, the nanny was watching them and keeping them so that I could just work 24 hours a day. And it wasn't healthy and it wasn't a really good balance. And it wasn't until I decided to get back together with my now husband. Because if you guys don't know, we met in 7th grade in band class. He was a tuba and I was alto saxophone. And it wasn't until I decided to get back with him did my life really start to change, when we started to pray together and work towards a common goal and really try to strengthen our relationship in our family as a whole. Then I started to really, it's funny, we got together so that I could focus on myself, which is super weird, but it's the truth. That's kind of what happened. I felt safe enough to now focus on me and focus on myself so that I could rebuild myself internally so that I could help other people build their businesses and their dreams. So I had to work on the inside. Another thing that him and I did together when we finally got together is, y'all, when I say I was broke, I was like broke. Like I've been through evictions as an adult. I've been through repossessions and having to call your dad, for like $700 when I was in college. And I thought I was grown and I got married and had my first child. I had my mother-in-law at the time move up to Gainesville with us. I'm so thankful and grateful that she did. And I really had to learn how to balance relationships within my family. And I didn't know at the time that learning how to balance those relationships was going to help me learn how to balance relationships in my business. I also really didn't know that me juggling and thriving in chaos was also going to help me come into a situation with a client whose stuff is all disarray and clean that up and fix that up for them so then they can have a beautiful product. So basically, I didn't know I was being worked on. I didn't know all of the struggles that I was going through was for a purpose. And I feel like now I know what that purpose is. And I just didn't tell anybody, basically. Like I say, I'm a helpmate, but people don't really know how I know how to come in and clean up things and how I can look at things and fix a process or how to streamline things. And also they don't know why I'm so sweet to people and I'm humble. And it's because I come from very, very humble beginnings. So my business bestie, Anya, just to give you an example, I met her a few years ago, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And when I met her, I was riding a bicycle. I had 3 small children. One was in VPK. 2 small children. One was in VPK. And I didn't have a car. I had gotten rid of my car so that I could pay off my debts and that I could save. And so I was riding the city bus from an area called Temple Terrace, the express bus into downtown Tampa with my yellow Banana Beach Cruiser bike. Her name is Banana Pudding. And I would put it on the bike every morning, get my 2 kids on the bus, and then we would ride to a certain intersection on the bus, get them off, and get them to their school. And then I would ride my bike all the way back to the bus stop and get back on the express bus back to downtown. And I would do that every single morning. because there was a startup that I really wanted to work for, and I really wanted to learn and help clean up their in-house. And I had no problem doing it. I rode my bike from the downtown transfer station for the buses all the way, I think it was probably like 2 miles every morning. And if you know about Florida, you know it could rain at any moment. I rode my bike through the rain and I got there. And I made sure my shift started early enough so that I could get there in the morning and do the work and turn on all the lights and get it started. And then at the end of my shift, I left earlier in the day so I can catch the express bus to go right back to go pick up my kids from school, after school care, and then for all of us to ride home on the bus. And I did that for about a year. Not necessarily that startup. There was another startup in downtown that I went and I worked for, and that was an amazing experience for me. But the owner didn't realize I was riding a bike until she came down to smoke one day. And she just kind of looked at me differently. And I'm like, yeah, I do this. I've been on Medicaid before. I've had food stamps. I've gone down to the community resource center to help them pay a light bill or to pay my rent for me. Like, it's been very difficult being a single mother and being, you know, young in the industry and in even in a supervisory role, and actually caring more about a company than it cared for me, and not knowing how I was going to get by. And I don't want it to sound like I don't have a family, because I do, but I've always been taught that you do for yourself and you take care of yourself. And that's one of the things that I bring to the table when I'm working with a client. And one of the reasons why I actually started an agency versus just being a single virtual assistant, because I want for my client to have a need and for all of us on my team to solve it, so they don't have to go anywhere else. Just like how I don't want to go anywhere else, I don't want them to have to either. So that was the beginning years, and then the fed up and the depressed years, then the godly years, and then the being married and actually understanding what it means to be married. And this is one of the most tough and rewarding relationships I've ever had in my whole entire life. And applying the things that I've learned over the years to my clients and to their businesses. I think it definitely helps me bring a different viewpoint to the table of certain scenarios. So that's, honestly, that is the God honest truth. That is who I am. I am the product of a divorce. I am the product of parents who have smoked cigarettes and perished way before their time when I was a teenager. I am the product of, you know, a step family, having a stepmother and learning how to navigate those roles and those circles. And then also a divorcee. I have been married before to my high school sweetheart. I have, you know, just done all the things, basically, all the things that people tell you not to do or that you shouldn't do or you shouldn't go through. I pretty much have done all of those things. But I am stronger, 1,000% stronger for it. And I think it gives me just an extra level of understanding to things that other people go through. Now, that's the past. So we're going to talk about the right now. So all of that work, all of that struggle, all of those experiences has got me to the point that I am now. So I'm going to tell you first, you're the first ones I'm going to say that this year in 2020 was actually our first year hitting 6 figures. So we actually hit like $1,000 over $100,000 in our business this year. So I want to say to anybody who is struggling, who is working in a dead-end job or working for someone they absolutely can't stand, or, you know, in a marriage that they're not really happy with, or just all the things, just the being broke, or just, you know, being embarrassed because of your certain situation, that it's possible to be the person of your own dreams, to run the business that you can run if that's what you want to do, to find the position in the job and the company that you align with if that's what you want to do. And you just have to keep pushing and you have to keep going. And so a lot of people would say, well, Antonia, you were in startups and somebody had to give you a door opening. And I will say that I did get a lot of chances when I first started my business. But the reason why people gave me those chances is because they saw how hard I was working and how well I was able to navigate and to pivot and to handle anything that life threw at me. So I say all that to hopefully inspire somebody that I hit six figures in my business this year. It is the third year. We have a huge team and a lot of goals and metrics to hit in 2021. And I also did it with having a heart and being humble and remembering my why, which is to be helpful, to be a helpmate, to help someone else reach the 6 and 7 figures if that's so what they desire. So I said all that to say, we've been dating for a while and I probably haven't even told you that, which I know I haven't, because part of me was a little embarrassed, but then the other part of me was like, I have to be honest with you. If this is what I want our relationship to be, mutually honest between each other. And if we're going to keep dating like this, right, I have to open up and tell you the truth. So that's my truth. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is what an experience. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. It is crazy. Aw, thanks. I believe that's Kia. Okay, you guys. So this is a really short date night, obviously because I'm all feely and stuff. But that's the win. We hit the 6 figures. We are almost done scaling. Our word for the year is implementation. So we're implementing everything. We've started every process and procedure that we've created. We are now implementing it, which it makes sense because we did the work and now we're hiring everybody and the training is pretty much going really, really well. What's up for Assist-U in 2021? We're going to continue on our mission to help 100 businesses either start or launch a product or what have you. We're beefing up on our marketing skills. We are doing more on our copywriting skills. We just added a podcasting specialist to our team. So we're going to be launching podcasts for people this year. Anything and everything that could be helpful to an entrepreneur, to a small business owner, that is what we're going to do. And we absolutely 100% love it. So now you kind of know more about me. You know why I am the way that I am. You know why I love this. You know why I created a group called Women Entrepreneurs Who Left Their 9-to-5 or Want to. I felt like I needed to connect all the dots for you. So I hope tonight was helpful. And I hope that you have a little bit more of a love for the Assist-U family. And I will tell you, everyone on our team has a story as well. I don't just hire people willy-nilly. You have to have a team. You have to have a reason why you have a drive, because there are going to be days where you're going to need to get your drive up and rolling and jolt it and electrify it again. And if you don't have something that drives you, like the fear of being broke or the fear of, letting yourself down or not being and making enough money for your family, then you're not going to perform well through those days to get you through those days as well. So yeah, I have been there. I've done all the things, all the things. And now I have a 6-figure business. I think we're like almost to 12 people on the team now. We have a United States team and an overseas team. I am promoting from within. We have our first promotion effective today. Kia is a new OBM. We're working on the new website that's going to be up here soon. We have tons of clients that are just doing amazing things in the world, which I absolutely love. And now I have my wonderful husband, a beautiful mother-in-law, family, my sister, and we have 5 grown kids. Well, they think they're grown, but they're actually small. All these different things. And It's good. It's good. And I hope and I pray that it's good for you over there too, because you're very special to me. You're very, very special to me, and I appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Oh, go Terrence. Thank you, number one fan. We don't do this for fun. Right, Terrence? Oh, thank you. Oh, don't make me cry again. I didn't put on makeup because I knew I was going to cry. So if you need anything whatsoever, please, you know how to get in contact with me. If you need anything from the team, you definitely know how to get in contact with the website and everything like that. Our original site is still up and running. We're just working on a nicer, cleaner, better one, and one with enough space for our new team to come in. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this date night, and happy 2021. And if you haven't picked a word yet that is going to align with you this year, I suggest you pick one, because it's so much fun to hold on to and to go back to and say, am I following my word? Am I following this phrase? Is that what's pulling me in the direction? Does this decision make sense? So yes. All right. Let me see. We have one comment. It says we will. Love it. All right, you guys. I will see you next time when we go live. I believe it's on Monday. So I will see you next week. Bye.